You know, Kevin, Special Counsel Jack Smith gave a televised statement today. He said three things I think we can all agree on. He said Trump is innocent until proven guilty. He said the American people deserve for Trump to have a speedy trial. And he said the American people, if they want to know more about the charges against Trump, they should read the indictment. If you look at the indictment and if you look at one thing, look at page 16 of the indictment, because it's pretty stunning. It talks about a recorded conversation where President Trump showed to a writer and another journalist a classified document about war plans that the U.S. military had planned. And he says he knows it's secret, he knows it's classified, he says he could have declassified it, but he did not declassify it. He basically took away all of his defenses. He can't say he didn't know it was classified. He can't say that he declassified it previously. So he doesn't really have a defense if you look at that page 16, and I encourage all of your viewers to do that.
There's a couple of things, though, that David just said here, Mark. First of all, an indictment is basically a one-sided bullet point by the prosecution. They're saying, we accuse him of this, he did that, he did this. There's no balance in this thing. So for people who will take a look at it, I agree with you, David, they should. But I think the other argument here is, doesn't he have the right to declassify at any point? I mean, we're talking about unequal justice if you consider what happened to Bill Clinton. He had tapes of various foreign leaders and conversations there.
And you also saw, Hillary Clinton, 33,000 emails, government official records, plus you had the classified information on a home-brewed server. The Justice Department, the FBI, takes a pass. Joe Biden, boxes of documents. Some of them are 40 years old. Classified information all over the place in his garage, not secured. By the way, Mar-a-Lago, secured by the United States Secret Service. Joe Biden's garage with the Corvette, not secured. And yet, he's not likely to be charged. I know there's an investigation going on. So this is what we're talking about. And this is the own making of the mainstream media and the Justice Department and the FBI. They have created this two-tiered system of justice. And now they don't like it because people aren't paying attention to this indictment over this non-charge because we all know what's going on.
David chomping at the bit to dive in there. Go for it.
Well, I don't know if Mark read the indictment. It's not true that Mar-a-Lago is secured by the Secret Service. He had boxes of classified documents in a shower, in a bathroom, and on a stage. They were falling out of the boxes. There was a door that went from the swimming pool at Mar-a-Lago into the room where the classified documents were stored. They were not secured. And you can't say they were secured. And to your point, Kevin, you said a president can declassify a document at any point.
Yeah.
But he wasn't president anymore, and he said, I did not declassify this. These are war plans. I did not declassify them. They are secret. And then he showed them to someone. It's open and shut a violation of the Espionage Act. You can argue about whether he should have been indicted, but it's going to be very hard for him to defend himself against these charges.
I think you're going a field too far when you say the Espionage Act, and I'll tell you why. Because this should never have even gotten criminal, so the argument that I'm hearing from some of the attorneys I've spoken with, because the argument they make is, if you want to go Espionage Act here, we have a ton of people that are going to be subject to this. This is a presidential records argument, and they're saying that it should never have even gotten to this point. But to your point, if there is a recording, this will be very difficult to overcome. But the question remains, what happens if it comes to that? Very quickly, I want to share Asa Hutchinson's statement, and this I think you'll find interesting, and we have maybe 10 seconds on the backside for each of you. Donald Trump's actions, from his willful disregard for the Constitution to his disrespect for the rule of law, should not define our nation or the Republican Party. This reaffirms the need for Donald Trump to respect the office and end his campaign. 10 seconds each. Mark, beginning with you.
I mean, this guy's got an asterisk in the polls. No chance of getting the nomination. He's got to take haymakers. He and Chris Christie are going to be out there swinging these things, hoping something sticks. Good luck with that.
Asa Hutchinson has made a principled stand. So you can disagree or agree. But my question is, when are some of the other candidates going to move over to his side and also say, this is a serious issue, and then use it to contrast themselves with President Trump? That's the winning ticket if you want to win the Republican primary.
We're going to have